Hey players! So the trial for the Welcome to Sweetie Pie star Tim Norman has started for the murder for hire plot of his nephew, Andre Montgomery. Now this trial is not televised. There's no electronics allowed in the courtroom, but I was able to gather some of the facts that have come out since the trial has begun. Now Tim Norman has been behind bars since his arrest in 2020. He was charged with murder for hire and conspiracy to commit murder for hire in relation to the death of his 21-year-old nephew, Andre Montgomery. Now, Tim has pled not guilty to the charges, but prosecutors allege that he hired Travell Hill to commit the heinous act, and he has since taken a plea in the case. According to the plea agreement, Travell should testify during this trial, and he is scheduled to be sentenced on September 20th. So 12 jurors and 3 alternates have been selected from a pool of 60, and opening statements did begin yesterday with the prosecution focusing on Tim Norman's role and motives in every step of the alleged scheme. Prosecutors plan to rely on text messages, recorded jail phone calls, location tracking, money trails, and statements from 3 alleged co-conspirators who pleaded guilty and implicated Tim Norman in the case over the summer. Prosecutors are saying that Tim Norman did this for a $450,000 life insurance policy. And although the defense may try to show that Tim Norman was a mentor to Andre Montgomery and also that Tim didn't need any money, there is evidence to show to the contrary. The prosecution's first witness was an FBI agent that had reviewed text messages in Andre Montgomery's phone. And those text messages show that Andre Montgomery was afraid of Tim Norman. In fact, he texted his grandmother, "Tim is after me" or something. He also said in the text message that he wasn't going to sit in St. Louis because he knew that Tim had people looking for him. Apparently, Andre Montgomery was only in St. Louis to take a polygraph test to show that he was not involved in a robbery that had occurred at his grandmother's home. According to those text messages, he was afraid of Tim Montgomery, and 4 days after taking the polygraph test, he was killed. The FBI agent also showed text messages between Tim and a cousin, where Tim Norman told his cousin that he was being evicted from a St. Louis apartment that had more than $91,000 in monthly expenses. And Tim Norman was worried because Welcome to Sweetie Pies, the reality show, was on hiatus and he didn't have any real money coming in. Now, to the contrary, Miss Robbie did testify on the first day of the trial, and she said she raised her son with values and that he didn't need any insurance money. He was leading a life of luxury. She also stated that it was no secret that Tim Norman was looking for her grandson, but he wasn't looking for him to kill him. He was looking for him to get back the money that he allegedly stole. So this is what happened yesterday. I'll have the updates tonight on my brand new episode of The Real Tea with Double D. Join me tonight.